Hello everyone, Gifted Soul here back for another video, and in this video I am going to be showing you all my astrology themed oracle decks that are in my collection thus far. I do plan on getting more at some point. I do have a very wide selection of decks in my collection, both tarot and oracle, and these are just the few that I have that include astrology in some type of way. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm not going to go through every single card in each deck, but I will briefly show you a few cards and maybe a little bit of each guidebook. There is one deck that I don't know if I should include or not because it is not astrology, but it is numerology. I may show you that at the end, depends on how I feel, but let's go ahead and get started. Now, this is a video response to Me Loving Crystals. She has created a Tarot and Tea Tuesday tag that we've been doing for the last year. And I've tried to make as many videos as I can, but with this tag or just any tags and things in general, but sometimes it's kind of impossible to get them done for one reason or another. But I am available to do one now, so I was like, let me go ahead and do a video response to this. So I'm just going to start with the one that's on the top, and that is the Barberry Zodiac Oracle. Now you can see that my letters here are fading. They were kind of like bronze color, goldish. But yeah, this is by Barbara, more artwork by Paola Barberry, I guess is how you pronounce it. I do have a whole flip through of this deck, a whole video of this deck on my channel. I thought about redoing it, but yeah. So this is a Lo Scarabeo publication. So let's go ahead and open it. So it's just black on the inside. And with Barbara Moore's decks, or really Lo Scarabeo decks in general, what you will get is different languages. So if you speak Spanish, Dutch, Chinese, whatever it is you speak, it should be in this guidebook. And yeah, so we have Spanish, French, I think that's Chinese, I'm not sure, Italian, and English. And there are no pictures of the cards. You do have some spreads and things like that, and you just, you know, have the planets and the astrology there. So put that over there, and I am moving kind of fast just because, oh, and it does have a ribbon. So these are not in order, but yeah, so we have the planet, or whatever it is you want to call it, at the top here. We have the number, and we have a symbol at the top here. So I'm just going to show a few. We have Gemini, water, Pluto. Okay, but yeah, this is filmed on a Monday night, but you guys are going to get it on Tuesday because it is a Tarot and Tea Tuesday video. But yeah, that's the back, and we have, again, we have Pluto, Pisces, Aquarius, fire, and we have Sagittarius, Scorpio, and yeah, that's the gist of the Barberry Zodiac Oracle. Now, I don't know if I'm missing any decks that are astrology based in my collection in this video. There's a good chance that I am, but for the most part, I likely am not, because I know for a fact that I do not have a lot of astrological based decks. So I'm pretty sure I'm not missing anything. But I do plan on updating my collection with more of those types of decks. So we're moving on to the Numinous Astro deck. So this is by Ruby Warrington with Bess Matassa, I guess. In my defense, this box was kind of beat up. You know, when I received the deck in the mail, I did not get, it was supposed to be new, but it looked like it was kind of used. But oh well. So I haven't really looked through the guidebook much. I'm an intuitive reader, so with every deck that I have for the most part, I'm really not gonna flip through the guidebook too much unless again like it's just keywords and stuff that I've never seen or that I'm not familiar with, or just random things placed onto an oracle card, and just to get the creator's perspective on that particular card, I will go into the guidebook. But with this one I have not really done so. So this is what you have, and I would like to think they are reversible. I don't use them in reverse, but I feel like you could if you wanted to. And so we have some signs, we do have some houses, we have planets, we have just a lot of different things here, and they have all like keywords at the bottom. We have just a lot of different faces. We do have diversity in terms of the ethnic background. We have both men and women, so it is gender neutral. We have, like I said, some houses. We have, and in the house cards, you will notice that the numbers are like lit up green. So we have ascendant, we have third house, north node, and we just have like a different variety of things in this particular deck when it comes to astrology and the planetary system. I believe, let me see how many cards this is. I believe this is, I have no idea. 45 cards. Okay, yeah, 45 cards. The card stock is a little bit, I don't know. It's really not that great to shuffle for the most part, but I still find a way around it. It's very hard to shuffle regardless. Aside from the side shuffle, it is otherwise kind of difficult to shuffle the deck. Okay, so now moving on to the Moonology Oracle deck by Yasmine Boland, artwork by Nyx Rowan. As you can see, the Moonology part has been scraped off of my box. Now, when I do any type of traveling, and I'm not just saying like traveling out of state because I don't do that often, but when I'm even just going over into another city to stay with my sisters or anything like that, I do tend to bring some decks with me. And during, the traveling process and bringing them everywhere, packing them in the bags, storing them in certain places, this can happen. I'm honest, this happened over a span of time. This did not happen right away. I got this last year. I actually around September, October of 2020. It feels like I've had it a lot longer, but yeah, it is a Hay House publication and one of the most popular decks that are used in the esoteric community. Let the moon be your guide. We have a guidebook here. But yeah, so I really do love this deck for the most part, but the one thing that I do hate is that it is heavily pirated, which means that a lot of people are reprinting this deck and they are selling it. Definitely more worth it to get the original version if you can. I understand people got to do what they have to do, but yeah, but here's the backs of the cards, and I'm talking a little bit loud because my niece is snoring. I'm trying not to let you guys hear that. So, yeah, so we have the moon phase in the sign at the bottom of the card, and we have the, whatever this is you want to call, the little message. So this one is the end of a tough cycle approaches full moon in Capricorn. And then each card obviously has a moon. Very simple. I use the astrological signs and the moon phases in this deck as, a perk, an extra to add on to the readings. I really more so pay attention to this part now, depending on whose reading I am doing at the time. Spirit may make me pay attention. Being an intuitive reader, Spirit may make me pay attention more so to, for you in particular, could be the zodiac sign part of it, or could be, the whole nature of the card. But I really do love this deck. And I feel like it is a great addition if you want to learn more about moon phases. And it is great for beginners as well, whether you know about astrology and moonology or not. This is a great deck to have in your collection. Again, it's just one of those decks that is kind of hard to come by. As far as like, it's not hard to come by. You can still get this for a very cheap price on the even on the original deck. But what you do have is you still have a market of people selling this deck, the counterfeit deck, and people are really thinking that they are getting the original, and they are not. But yeah, I do recommend getting this deck. Again, the original is not out of print or anything, so it is cheap, and you can get it for a good price. But yeah, so Moonology by Yasmine. But I don't know why I want to say Bowen, but Boland. And that is her first deck. She recently has put out recently released a Moonology Manifestation Oracle card deck. The only difference, well, there is a lot of differences between this one and that one. And again, if you guys want a side-by-side comparison, let me know. I might even do a voting poll on my community tab for you guys to let me know if you want me to do that or not. But there is a different artist. But I just love the overall feel of this deck. I was in love with this deck when I first saw it for pre-order. And we have Attuned to the Moon to Manifest Miracles. Now, each deck that I have shown in this video, and this is the last one, each deck that I have shown in this particular video, I do have full videos of these decks by themselves if you are interested in this, interested in seeing the cards more thoroughly and my in-depth review of the decks. The only one that I have not actually done a review on by itself yet is the Moonology Oracle cards, the first edition by Yasminboland, and I may do that at some point. I just haven't felt called to, but yeah, let me know and I will definitely do that. So you have the guidebook, you do have spreads, and what I have noticed in working with this so far, I didn't mention this in my video yet because I kind of flipped through the guidebook pretty quickly. As you see the new moon cards here, before you get into the meanings, it shows you what this particular new moon phase, what these phases are about. And for the new moon cards, you have the energy of these cards represent the doors that are opening up to you. So, yeah. And there you have the guidebook. Again, if you want to see more in depth of that on my channel, it is available. It's one of the most recent videos that I've done. So here we have the back of the card. And yeah, let's get into it. So I did a card pull earlier for the weekly energy for November 8th through 14th. If you want to see the message, and the card that came up was this card. So if you want to see the message that I provided for you guys, it's on my Instagram, GiftedSoul7. We have full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. What we have is the astrological symbol here. So this is the Sagittarius symbol, and each card has a depiction of a moon. And then you have some type of very captivating image in the background. So they're all, the people that are in this deck, they are all silhouettes for the most part. For this one in particular, it's more of, you can see more of the person. But you still don't see their face. So yeah, you can see kind of them more, but not their face. And then we do have animals. And what I like about this deck is that I do use it as an oracle, just like I would use the regular Moonology oracle deck. Just using it as an oracle, and again, just really paying attention to what I feel called to pay attention to when I am doing a reading for myself or others. But like I mentioned in my video about this deck alone, is that what you can also do is use this deck to study astrology, use this deck to get more acquainted with the astrological symbols if you don't know them that well. And then also it does have some chakra energy here. And it's just a very beautiful deck overall, and it has amazing, powerful energy. I have found that you can also break this deck down. So if you want to just, pull out all the air sign cards, pull out all and put them into one section, pull out all the earth sign cards, put them into one section, water sign cards, so forth. So I do feel like that is a good exercise to do. Perfect for one card pulls for meditation a day. But yeah, you can definitely do a lot with this deck, and I'm just so excited to be able to have this deck in my hands. I'm very grateful for it, and I intend on using it as much as possible. But yeah, and I do have a reading on my channel, not on my channel, but on my Etsy shop using this if you are interested. So, but yeah, this particular message came out again for the weekly message. So it is one of the first things you're going to see on my Instagram right now if you want to see the message I provided and behind this. So, but yeah, that is my astrology. I'm not going to show the other deck I wanted to show because it's not astrology, it is numerology, and they are different. But yeah, that is my astrology decks that I have so far in my collection. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you would like to see next on my channel. If you have any suggestions for readings or just deck reviews and things in general, please let me know. If you would like to send me a deck or would like to help me purchase a deck so that I could showcase these on my channel and show you guys these decks, all you have to do is you can send a donation on PayPal or Cash App. Please do double check before you send payments. To make sure that you are sending it to the right person, and that goes to anybody that you are sending anything to. But yeah, so if you would like the book readings and things like that, everything is in the description box below. Also follow me on Instagram at GiftedSoul7. I wish you guys love and light, and I hope we can connect again soon. Take care and stay blessed.